Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tag team contest of 30 minutes duration, or the best 2 of 3 falls, submissions, 2 knockouts, or 2 disqualifications to decide the winners. It's my pleasure to introduce you on my left, from Bolton, still Europe's top tag team, the Royal Brothers. Bert and Vic Faulkner. It's also my privilege to introduce you on my right, from Redruth, Cornwall, the Saints, Roy and Tony Sinclair.
There they are, the Saints from Redruth, Cornwall, now residing in Manchester, both of them. And of course their opponents this evening, Bert Royal and Vic Faulkner, the Royals. The Royals in their light blue trunks against the Saints. Much heavier. It's unusual to see the Royals take on a team so much heavier than they are. But 30 minutes will decide. 2 falls.
Second away.
So it's Royal versus Roy Sinclair. We'll keep to the Christian names of the Sinclairs all the time. Roy and Tony. Make it much easier. Bert Royal, Roy Sinclair, and Gordon Smith, the unfortunate referee at the start of this 30 minutes tag. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or 2 knockouts, 2 disqualifications to decide this winner.
Okay, boys, clean right. Wrist over.
This is one of those tag contests that could turn out to be a classic because all 4 men in the ring are really top skill technicians. The usual Royal trip into the toe and ankle. Bert Royal looking up at his brother Vic Faulkner standing on his guide rope to the corner to say, do you want to come in yet? I'm quite happy for the moment. There's Vic Faulkner on the right there, holding his tag rope in his left hand, and on the left of your screen there's Tony Sinclair waiting to come in if his brother gets in trouble. So brothers versus brothers in a full Nelson by Roy. Reversed by Bert Royal. Yes, and Royal meant him to do that, and almost the folding press came off. Not quite. Not quite. But so often when Bert Royal gets himself in a full Nelson, he lets his man down onto the canvas so that he can follow him like that with a folding press. Nearly came off. I think it's one of the longest times we've had in the start of a tag contest without a single tag being made. Roy would like young brother Tony to come in now if he can reach the tag. Now he's reversed it with a counter. Might not be so keen anymore. And an arm lock to Roy. Counter, and very near now, and Royal goes straight for the arms, prevent the arms going up and tagging, but he couldn't once he had to release. He was forced to release. So it's Tony Sinclair versus Bert Royal. And 2 shoulder wrenches right from the start, and Royal goes out, and in comes Faulkner, and here comes the action. Oh yes, lovely somersault leg dive there by Faulkner. And the leg spread. Quite easily out by Tony. Yes, and almost came off. away a lot of height too. And yes, the old trick of Faulkner's, it came off again, but not for too long. And using the middle rope for the spring, and lovely trip. Oh, beautiful way out of a backhammer and into his own now. You see what we mean when we say skillful men, all four tremendous wrestling technicians. And what a feather in the Royals' cap, even if they could beat the much heavier St. Clairs, or the Saints as they're known. 15 stone 4 Roy, 14 stone 10 Tony. And Vic and his brother Royal at 12-10 to 11-7 respectively. Just 5 minutes now, announcement from our timekeeper. 5 minutes gone out of a 30-minute tag, 25 to go. And their body scissors to Vic Faulkner.
1 minute! No, referee, no!
Expression on Tony's face. I should have realized. In comes Bert Royal versus Tony. The first time that Bert Royal has really been caught in a definite hold in this bout so far. Trying to get those legs folded so that he can get the knees separated enough to get the head out. Again, the use of the ropes into a Boston Crab in a typical Royal way into a Boston. That is why Bert Royal was slinking towards the rope, not to get out of trouble, but to get his man into a Boston Crab, his own way. Double-handed wrist lever to Tony. Tony right there next to Roy if he wants a tag. Doesn't seem to want to. Getting advice from brother Roy now from outside the ring. Yes, and the Royal legs in between for a surfboard, but not with the head, with the arms instead. An efficient surfboard just the same. And as Roy tries to reach, Vic Faulkner from over the other side of the ring shakes the ropes. There's the grin. To prevent Roy from steadying up enough to get a tag. So he finally makes it, and Roy is in versus Bert Royal. Typical Royal trip. To the 4-leg lock. Oh yes, finally up and over the top to a double knee hold with a double leg Nelson to Royal counter. And it's a folding press attempt by Roy. Oh, beautifully spun out in time. And it's Royal goes to tag, but it's Roy that shakes hands with him. that's the sort of trick that Vic Faulkner has got to try against a very much heavier Roy St. Clair. 15 stone 4 against 11-7 here. Very gentle private warning by